setting up and maximizing your ListHub Pro account. My name is Itaya, and I am your ListHub training facilitator today. If you have any questions during the course of the webinar, please submit those to me via the questions box in your GoToMeeting control panel. Today's training is going to be a combination of PowerPoint and live account demo. So again, if you have any questions, please submit those to me via the questions box in your GoToMeeting control panel. And without further ado, let's get started. So first off, I wanted to say congratulations, because you are signed up for the ListHub upgrade designed to give you the ultimate competitive edge in your online marketing. Through ListHub, you have the ability to automatically send your listings to over 80 national publisher websites. You have the ability to measure the results of your online advertising with reports accessible directly from your ListHub account. And you can get more listings and wow your sellers with your listing presentation flyers and online marketing reports. So how does ListHub work? It's actually really simple. We are connected with your MLS, so you're going to enter your listings into the MLS. We'll then pick up those listings, we'll receive those listings, and we will send them to your selected publishers. Those publishers will then report to us the metrics, and that is the data we're using for your optional upgraded reports, your seller report, as well as your reporting dashboard. And when we're talking about how ListHub works, it is important to understand that you do not have the ability to manually enter or edit your data within the ListHub dashboard. You're actually going to maintain the accuracy of your data at the MLS level. So if you need to make changes to the photos, price, description, you're going to make those changes like you normally would within the MLS. We will receive those changes and we will then syndicate them. When we're talking about the ListHub Publisher Network, it is important to understand that publisher choices are made by the broker from the broker level ListHub account. As an agent, you can see the publisher choices, but again, the publisher choices are made by your broker. And your broker has the ability to choose from a wide variety of publishers. We're working with over 80 national websites, so those are going to be the larger publisher sites. So then we also have some exclusive publisher partners, such as Century 21 and Home Pass by Fannie Mae and Home Steps for Freddie Mac. We offer connector products for those Realogy and KW affiliates. But you also have some international publisher options, including REA Group and Juwai in China, and there's also an optional premium global advertising option. But when your broker is taking advantage of the full ListHub network, you have the ability to reach, again, over 80 national publisher sites. And then we also have our extended network. And the extended network are the powered by searches you typically find on newspaper sites. So when a broker is choosing to syndicate to the complete ListHub network, they can reach nearly 750 websites. Now, let's talk about how you can maximize your marketing and how you can auto-subscribe to the publishers. When you create your new ListHub account, once you've completed the form, accepted the terms and conditions, you'll be logged into your account and prompted to make your publisher choices. It's then that you can decide to click on the Maximize Marketing button so that you auto-subscribe to every available publisher. And this is the best way to make sure your listings are getting in front of as many eyes as possible. The network does change, so if you want to make sure you're always subscribed to the entire network, the Maximize Marketing feature is a quick and easy way for you to do that. If you have an existing ListHub account and you want to check if you are auto-subscribed, this is really easy. We just log in, go to your Publishers tab, and then go to your Publisher settings. Here you'll see an auto-subscribe option, and you can toggle the enabled from yes to no. So if you want auto-subscribe on, you would click yes. If you do not want auto subscribe on, you would select no. Now, let's talk about creating your ListHub account. Now, this is more applicable to agents. We're going to have gone through this process. Your broker's created the account. Now, as an agent, you have two options for creating your ListHub account. The first is your broker may send you an email invite prompting you to create your account. You would click that invite, follow the prompts to create your account. But you also can just go to our website and go to, again, listhub.com, select Create Account in the upper right-hand corner, and then select I am a listing agent of a registered ListHub brokerage with an active listing. It is really important for agents that, one, your broker must be registered, and then two, you must have an active listing in order to create your ListHub account. That is how the system is able to recognize you and connect you with your brokerage. So if you do not have an active listing, just be patient and wait until you do. The number one question we probably receive in support is that you've forgotten your username or password. Again, this is super easy. You just go to listhub.com, click login, and then below the login field, you can click that forgot your username or password link. That time, your username will be emailed to you as well as your password. If you click that reset and you don't get the email, check your spam folder. If it's still not in your spam folder, maybe you used a different email address, and in that case, you'll want to reach out to support for assistance. And I'll be sure to share the support contact information with you by the end of the webinar. Now that we've gone through all the basics of your ListHub account, I want to talk to you about the reporting metrics, because that's that upgrade that's giving you that ultimate competitive advantage. With your reporting, you're going to get more listings because you're going to impress your sellers with your online advertising and reporting data. It's going to be a great way for you to keep in touch with your sellers. You can auto email this report so that they receive it every week, every other week, or monthly. Again, this is a great way for you to demonstrate for your clients that they are a top priority. In fact, one of the #1 complaints from sellers is that they feel that they have a lack of communication with their agent once they have the listing. So setting this up to send on an automated schedule is a great way to, again, demonstrate value and that they are a top priority. And then finally, it can be a great way for you to save money. You'll get that inside scoop on which sites are giving you that best ROI. So at this time, I'm going to toggle into the demo account and show you guys some features. So just bear with me one moment. So here we are in my ListHub account. And what I'm going to show you guys are first starting with the publishers. This is where the broker makes their publisher choices. As an agent, you can see the publisher selections that have been made. You can't alter them, but you can see them. And I just want to go over a couple things in your publishers tab. Up at the top, you have a summary, how many publishers have been selected, how many publishers are available. Next, you have this type column. I get a lot of questions about this type column. You're going to see one of three things. It's going to say auto, manual, or required. And all this means is, how was this publisher selection made? Did you auto subscribe? Did you manually select your publishers? Or is this publisher required by your franchise or MLS? And this is, again, has nothing to do with how your listings are sent to the publisher sites, just how you selected your publishers. If you recall, we automatically receive updates from your MLS daily, and those updates are sent to the publisher sites daily. Publishers are required to update at least once a day. Some of the larger sites update more frequently, but at minimum, they have to update once a day. And this last tab, this is where they can see that auto subscribe feature we were talking about, where you can choose to toggle it on or off. Now I want to start going through the upgraded features that are available to you with your Pro upgrade. So we're going to click on e-marketing. This is where you find your listing presentation flyers. These flyers are dynamic, so they display your actual publisher choices. What's great about ListHub is I've seen some of the tools that are available to agents, and they can be really complicated. But your ListHub account is honestly very simple to use. So for example, with this flyer, you're not having to do any templating or formatting. If publishers change, it's automatically going to reflect. You have 4 different flyer options. You can choose to use one or a combination of them to help convey that value and level of service you're able to provide to your client. Each one of these flyers has a print PDF link. You can click and download a high-resolution version that's ideal for print distribution. Next, we have your inventory tab. We're in a broker level account, so I'm seeing the inventory for the entire brokerage. But agents, when you are logged into your ListHub accounts, you will only see your active listings. We're going to click on this seller report link. So here we have the company logo. I'll show you how to upload that shortly. You can also upload your agent photo. I'll show you how to do that as well once we get into the settings. But you'll see we have agent information, property details, photo, address, price, the date range. This lets us know when syndication began through to the most recent day. And then we have the total detail views that have accumulated within that time period. With your seller report, you have 2 options. You can choose to view and send this with or without the leads. So you can click market comparison without leads if you don't want to include that lead count information. As the agent, it's your choice how much information you want to share with your client. Next is your market comparison. So on a 52-week average, your property has performed as well or better than 84% of the market. And then you'll have, what that's telling you is how this property has performed online compared to other properties in the market. So this is letting your seller client really and truly know how their property is performing compared to other properties online. They have a visual demonstration of that market comparison, and that visual demonstration is going to be the most recent few weeks, so it might visually show them seasonal changes. Typically, when a listing is brand new, right out of the, onto the MLS and right beginning its syndication, the traffic is higher. The longer the property sits, the more that traffic might decline. And so agents like to use this report to help support them in those tough conversations about price adjustments, because they're able to very easily and quickly demonstrate for their client, again, how their property is performing compared to other properties. They'll have a visual demonstration of the traffic trends, first with the real estate industry sites, and then the top 3 additional sites, as well as a list of everywhere else the listing is being sent to. So what I want to show you next is how you can set this up to send. So we click send or schedule at the top, and we're on the email template now. Maybe you're going to send this to a husband and wife, Bob and Barb. Just keep in mind, my browser is auto-filling this because I type these names frequently. You will have to type in your seller's first, last name, and email address. By default, the listing agent will receive a copy of this. We pre-fill the subject and body because, again, we want to keep this super simple and fast for you guys. So if you want to customize this, you can, but it's not required. And then if we scroll down, you'll notice in the subject, these coding brackets, the property's address will automatically populate. The seller's first name will automatically populate it as you've typed it above, and your agent name will populate as well. Next, you choose your schedule. You can choose to send this right away, and then you can choose your automated schedule. You can send this once a week, once a month, or twice a month. So long as the listing is active, the report will automatically send. Once the listing is no longer active, the report will automatically stop. Next, you choose your theme, market comparison with or without the leads. And then before submitting, you can update the preview to see what the email will look like for your client. So you see the subject populated with the property address, the body, the greeting has the client's first name as you typed it, and then it also has your name. If you're satisfied, you click submit and you'll be set up to send on the automated schedule. I'm going to scroll back up to the top, and next I want to take you to the reporting dashboard. This is where you get that bigger picture overview for how the listing is performing across the various publisher sites. From a broker level account, we see this information for the entire brokerage. For an agent, you'll see this for just your listing. But again, this is your opportunity to see which are your top sites. If you're purchasing any enhancements or widgets, things like that, it's most likely going to be with one of your top sites. So this helps you really quickly and easily identify those. Up at the top, you have a date range. By default, it is a 28-day date range, but you can click this calendar and choose from presets as well as a custom date range. This line graph is dynamic, so we can hover through it and get a more detailed day-over-day breakdown of your traffic across the publisher sites. The most recent 28 days is represented by the blue line, and the previous 28 days is represented by the gray line. Next, we have your traffic report previews, and these are your top 3 publishers by detail views and by leads. And I'm just going to click See Full Report so that we can get a more detailed breakdown of your top sites. So here we have your top 5 listed. We have your search views, your detail views, your leads, your lead ratio. Your lead ratio is your conversion. That's letting you know how many of those detail views are converting, taking that next step and completing the lead form or clicking to call. Next, you have the locations of the consumers viewing your listings, as well as details of traffic over the last 28 days with your top 5 publishers. This is actually a great chance for you to identify maybe those key days of the week when your traffic is best so that you can, target your marketing. Or maybe you purchased something on a Friday. Well, what difference did it make to your traffic on Saturday, Sunday, Monday? Again, you can hover through and get that more detailed day-by-day breakdown of the traffic. Also, when we're talking about your reporting data, it is really important to mention that one of the benefits of your ListHub reporting is that in order to count as a detail view, the consumer must have gone to your property's detail page on the publisher site. And that same criteria applies to all the publishers in our network. So again, in order to count as a detail view, the consumer must have gone to your property's detail page. You can't have been a dot on the map or on page 10 of a search result. And this is really important for those who are using their metrics data to help inform how they're going to spend their money and where. Because again, you're able to make an apples-to-apples comparison for how your listings are performing across the various publisher sites. Now I want to scroll back up to the top and I want to take you to the custom reports. This is where you have the ability to slice and dice your information to look at what's most meaningful, most valuable to you. We can look at this by property type, or maybe you're thinking of purchasing zip codes. We can look at this by zip code. One of the things with your seller reports is they're only available for active listings. So maybe you want to look up the performance of a listing that is no longer active. You can change this report, look by MLS number, change the date range, and then you can look up a specific listing and see how that listing performed before it went off market. Also, within your within your reporting dashboard, you do have a help section where we have definitions for all the terms we're using. Again, these terms are the same across your whole account. So the search view, detail view, what's a lead, this is important for you to understand what we consider or how we define these terms. Next, I'm going to click on your username in the upper right-hand corner, and then I want to go to settings in the drop-down, and I want to show you how you can make a few customizations to your account and to your reporting. First, from your agent level account, it's really important that this is specific to the agent account, is you go to your user information, and this is where you can upload your photo and select any designations you may have. And this is going to automatically populate to your seller reports and your flyers. If you upload your photo, press save at the bottom. Next, manage brokerage. So this is where the broker can upload the logo that we're again going to automatically populate to your flyers and seller reports. And this is your opportunity to brand and customize them very quickly and easily. Back in settings, I want to go to manage users. Earlier, I had said that as the broker, you can invite your agents to create accounts. And the way you do that is by just coming here, going to invite users, and then you can click to invite all agents from your inventory. And these are all agents that have an active listing. Because remember, in order for an agent to create a ListHub account, they must have an active listing. I'm going to click on your username in the upper right-hand corner, and I want to go to support. This is where you'll find your FAQ. If you don't see your question addressed here in the FAQ, you have two ways of contacting support. You can call support at 877-560-0171. Again, that's 877-560-0171. But you can also request support. And whenever you're contacting support, I recommend including as many details as possible. That way, a member of the support team can help you quickly and efficiently. I'm going to toggle back into our PowerPoint and wrap up. So one thing that you receive, or the agents receive, is once you've set up your account, is the weekly email update. This makes the seller communication easy because from this email, you're able to track your seller report progress. You can view reports, print them, schedule them, see what frequency they're set up to send at. It's really a great way to keep you on track with getting those seller reports out to your clients. I do have a couple of action items when we're done here today. First, if you haven't, create your ListHub account. Remember, as agents, you must have at least one active listing in order to create your ListHub account. 2, upload your photo. This is going to brand and personalize your report, so this is a really quick and easy thing you can do. 3, I want you to, from the broker level account, make your publisher choices. Remember, you can easily auto-subscribe so that you're getting maximum exposure for your listings. And then finally, set up and send those seller reports to your clients. You'll remember that one of the #1 complaints from sellers is they feel a lack of communication with their agent once they have the listing. So this really is your opportunity to, again, reiterate for your client that they are a top priority. You do have access to other educational resources. Please visit our YouTube channel, youtube.com/ListHub, for tutorials and educational videos. We also have additional training resources. You can go to listhub.com and click on the support tab. Everything we've gone over here today is available as a short video tutorial on our YouTube channel. So if you need a refresher, that's the best place to go. Now, if you have any questions, I would love to answer those. So I'll give you a couple minutes to submit questions. And again, thank you so much for your time today.